We're here today with Valerie Coleman Morris. Valerie is the author of It's Your Money, So Take It Personally. Valerie, why is the African American financial experience lagging behind other races, and how can it be changed?
It's interesting because the reality of the study from the Prudential African American Financial Experience for 2013 was that African Americans are actually more positive about the recovery than other people. And people ask me all the time, why would that be? Some even suggest that's kind of a Pollyanna attitude that we have. And I say to them, it's very clear to me. The reason that African Americans as a whole are more positive, even though numbers may say otherwise, is because historically, survival has always been at the root of what we do. Our feeling has always been, if tomorrow isn't better than today, how could we go forward? So that's the reason that the numbers will suggest in this survey that African Americans are more positive. Now, the flip side of that, what are the problems that we're facing? It is that we really do not have a wealth building mindset or a wealth building model.
You wrote a piece for Prudential called Black is Beautiful, but Being in the Black is Necessary. How can someone get in the Black today?
First of all, they have to have an understanding and a commitment of where they are. You know, when the recession hit, a lot of people, as it began to ease, even though in most households still today, the recession is still very present. But it was that people were saying, you know, it's not my problem. Or people were saying, I'm okay, I think I'm fine. The reality is with financial things, usually you stick your head in the sand as opposed to looking at it straight on and saying, here are the problems. So for the African American community, part of the problem is we do not have the financial intelligence that we need. That doesn't mean we aren't smart. It just means that we usually don't talk about money. Culturally, money is something that is not discussed. And so therefore, if it's not discussed, we can only react to it when it becomes a problem or a trauma. It's one of the reasons that in my financial intelligence practice, what I try to do is make sure that families know that money goes through all generations. Money flows up and it flows down. And that means, mom and dad, if there is a money problem with the family, please don't say, don't tell the kids. I say, put it on the menu so that the revolution that is really needed in the thinking about how we make, manage, and save our money needs to start from the ground up. How can you expect to have a family that is going to be financially well informed if the parents aren't teaching down to their children and teaching up to the elders?
Women are paid 77 cents for every $1 a man makes doing the same job. And that figure is even lower for African American women, but higher for Asian women. Why is that?
African American women, we tend to be trendsetters. We tend to help people outside of our home financially. So those two things alone will tend to impact our money. The Prudential African American Financial Experience showed that more than 57% of African American women who are heads of household financially support someone outside of their household. If women are living on average 5 years longer than men, and therefore we will need more money for a longer period of time, how can we then prepare eventually for a retirement if our money is just like a sieve going out to other people? So that is also part of the problem. Our generosity of African American women to their community, to church, to organizations, and certainly to their family tends to say they don't put on what I call their own financial oxygen mask first. You know, when you're on an airplane and they say if there's a problem, put your mask on before you assist someone else. I say when it comes to getting your money house in order and stable, put on your own financial mask first before you assist other people. So to my Black sisters, I will say to them always, if someone asks you for money, family member or otherwise, you may love them and care about them, but have you made an assessment of what you can afford to share with others before you do irreparable damage to your own financial foundation?
Thanks for watching. Check back on thestreet.com throughout the month for our special series. I'm Sherella Cox in New York.